Sony Concord. That's a PlayStation disc. Are they bringing back Concord? Adidas. What is this? Porsche.
Marathon?
From the studio who brought you Concord. Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, The Last of Us. What? But no bald-headed lady with the intergalactic
Planetary intergalactic.
the heretic.
It looks cool. I like that 80s new futuristic vibe. I like it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? I like that 80s.
I was on the edge either way, but I don't know. I'd need to see more.
Starring Tati Gabrielle as Jordan Munn. I'm also happy to share that the trailer you just saw and the full game will feature a new original score from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Trent Reznor, okay. But I guess there's going to be space gameplay and then planet gameplay, or maybe no space gameplay and just planet gameplay.
Distinguished titles have been recognized as Game of the Year. Please welcome last year's winner from Larian, Sven Vinka.
Sven!
You better, oh, no armor?
And there was product placement everywhere. What was with that? That's completely unnecessary.
It's funded.
I realize you guys have
Nissan out of
been
10
for over 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I still have some time credits from last year to cash in. So it turns out that not only will I be the one who will know as first which game wins tonight, but I actually also know which game is going to win next year, the year after, and the year after. Now, how do I know this? Well, an oracle told me. She said, change is coming. It's a modern oracle, so they made me sign an NDA, but I trust all of you. I know you can keep a secret. You will never leak it. The oracle told me that the Game of the Year 2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. Studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets. And furthermore, the people in charge forbade them from cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design. They didn't treat their developers like numbers on a spreadsheet. They didn't treat their players as users to exploit. And they didn't make decisions they knew were short-sighted and function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow.
Yep.
They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to.
Let me see the list of games again.
They understood the value of respect. That if they treated
Because
their
I think a few of those
and players well,
are violated
those
by
same developers
everybody.
and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all,
Yeah, Square's the only
they
one
cared
that
about their game.
probably doesn't
because
fit that.
They loved games. It's really that simple, said the Oracle. Winning Game of the Year.
Wukong Chinese development? I don't know. Do you know what goes on over there? I don't know what goes on over there.
Secrets.
They have different
Secrets.
culture than we do, so maybe they don't mind crunch. And I think he mentioned crunch. And being treated as a number.
Should you be told to wrap it up for tonight, you can always come back next year and chat for 3 minutes. Okay? So, now, to pay tribute to the nominees for Game of the Year, once again, Lorna Balf and the TGA Orchestra.
Well, it's good to fucking know that some people still fucking get it. Good gaming.
This man's going off.
That man always goes off every year.
He's the best.
You remember him, right?
He's the best. Love it. No one can flute. Let that flute, man.
Look at this gameplay.
Fuck yeah. look at
Riveting
that.
fucking gameplay.
Look at that guitar, though.
I've got to play this game to see,
Oh, you'll love it.
see
It's-
what this is all about.
It's such. I mean, it's great strategy.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
be up there, Scarlett.
Guitar. She got her hand right up in it.
You gotta get up in there.
Astro. Bot. I am Astro Bot. Astro Bot.
I just think that 60 random game journalists are going to pick Astro Bot over everything else.
Because it's such a celebration of past
But it should be
legendary
this one.
games. It really should be Wukong. I feel very strongly about this. And also, I like the flute that he used right there. A unique sounding flute. There's the transparent one. Yeah, I have a feeling it's the two that are rising to the top right now in my mind on who I think might win due to journalists.
Astro Bot.
Astro Bot over Wukong, but it's got to be Wukong. If left up to the gamers, the voters, the players' choice,
They chose Wukong.
they chose Wukong.
Yep.
So Balatro wins.
And so now
Everyone's like, we worked so,
so
hard
now
on this one,
Jeff
and this
feels
card
safe.
game beat us.
By one dude
So now
who
Jeff
didn't even
feels
show up.
safe to let the journalists pick the other one. The game of the year. Game of the year.
All right, before we announce Game of the Year, 7 more mobile games.
And more
No.
advertising.
It's past my bedtime.
You joke, but I seriously start to go to
And the
bed.
game
early.
of the year is Astro Bot.
Yep. Wukong got robbed.
Yeah, they did. Wow.
Fuck. And Wukong won what? One award?
2.
Best community, the one that
Oh, and art,
players-
it was like art direction and action game.
No, man. No.
It's the journalists. They get to pick.
At least it wasn't the Elden Ring DLC, which probably would have caused even more issues.
Don't worry, the Elden Ring survival co-op game will win next year.
I fucking waited 3 hours for this fucking shit. Seriously? Look, we're not saying Astro Bot is trash. We're not
No,
saying that.
but
It's good.
It's
That's it.
already won like 3 awards, but I'm not.
It is good, but like that compared to Wukong.
We knew. There's too many journalists that had it out against Black Myth Wukong. You know, they say, oh, they're Chinese developers, one-hit wonder. Oh, their politics are wrong and whatever, and they dismiss them. Instead, go for the game that celebrates gaming and that puts a bunch of other franchises in the game. Let's just.
I'm thinking once again to all the SOBs back in Japan.
That's-
all
I told you,
65 of them
SOBs.
right now they're crying, so please a round of applause for them. Thank you.
Nah.
It's you guys as well. you know, when I thought about, you know, why this game, you know, gave people joy and smiles on their faces, I think it came down to the people every day making the game and doing exactly that. I think, you know, when I think of the team, it's the amount of generosity they gave. They put the user first always, you know, never thought
Best
about
family game.
Any calculation. It was just about the kids, especially, because we had
Best,
this huge,
and then was best action
huge
adventure.
privilege to be potentially the first game
one of
to be in the
those.
hands of
Yeah,
children, and we know what it means very much. So Team Asobi, really, from the bottom of our heart, you know, well done and thank you so much. Now, thank you. I have to thank a few more people because a lot of people contributed to this game, of course, in SIE and PlayStation or Family. You know, Herman, who give, you know, the studio a chance, and Scott Roddy, who really believed in Astro even before we did. Ken Chan on marketing, and many, many other people that I'm not mentioning. You know, Astro Bot is full of 30 years of PlayStation history. And actually, a lot of people in this room tonight gave their characters, their IP, without asking anything in return, just because they cared about celebrating 30 years. So to them as well, you know, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much.
Well, we already know who wins the Game Awards
Then
next year,
last
so
and not
Sven
least,
was
and we
right.
want to stay for this one because
Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to win.
So you think Sven is right? I think that this and the next year proves Sven absolutely wrong.
30 years, and
What do you
we
mean
made
this
a
year?
platformer, which is
I don't
great.
think
It's
this is a
nostalgic and fresh at the
Sony-owned
same
thing.
time,
Like
but
I met
let's not
Sony
forget
grinds
that even
through
before
their developers.
there were
Like this
people
isn't,
making
you know,
platformers.
a little fun
I
indie company
remember I was
making
a kid
things
in
for joy.
1989 Christmas, and I got a gray box.
And then next,
You're right.
And then
Again, back to
GTA
the
is
Yeah.
going to be
Brothers,
is the most
and it was
for-profit
really, really
Yeah.
great.
grinding up dev thing
So-
possible.
Yep, he was wrong, unfortunately.
We are in
I mean,
Japan, we're in Tokyo.
at least he holds
They are in
those
Kyoto.
core
So I want to pay
beliefs
tribute to the company
true for
who
him and
really
his
put
company,
platformers
but not
and
for
showed
the.
us innovation and quality
And
consistently.
again, I played
and
Astro
inspired
Bot.
us
I
to
like it.
actually
It's
make the
super
game that we
fun.
made.
I
So
just
that's
didn't think
also
it was
an admiration,
Game
not
of
to
the
mention-
year
Game of the year.
material.
Yeah.
I just think it was a
We all
very
know
safe
who they
thing
are,
for
and many
60
other
random
companies that have been
journalists that
inspired
Jeff
over the
Keighley
years, so that's
selected
really, really
to vote
important.
for.
Yeah.
And we want to pay tribute to them tonight. So from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much.
Because
It's
half of
amazing,
them couldn't
and,
even finish
We'll see you again.
Black Myth
Thank you so
Wukong.
much.
I guarantee you.
What's so crazy is like
Half of them, I guarantee.
Yeah.
And you can finish Astro Bot. All of them finished Astro
Yeah.
Bot.
It's like, how did Sekiro win Game of the Year? Because I don't think, I mean, unless he picked like the most hardcore people, you know, the game journalists. I don't think they finished that game
Congratulations,
either.
Astro Bot, and that is going to do it for our 10th anniversary of the Game Awards. More than anything, I hope tonight made you believe
3
the
hours.
future of our medium is brighter and greater than ever. Congratulations to the winners, and thanks to all the incredible teams around the world who shared their upcoming work with us today. Putting together this show has been so special to our team, personally and professionally. Thanks to all of you for showing up and believing in me and the Game Awards. We'll see you back here at the Peacock
yeah,
Theater for
Scarlett.
the Game Awards 2025, our 12th show live on Thursday, December 11th, 2025. Thank you. Happy holidays.
It's too
Have a good
soon
night.
for GTA 5. Anything.
Okay. Well, that's it for the Game Awards. A disappointing end. Those guys,
Stars of the show.
GOAT,
MVP.
MVP goats, the Muppets. Pull it out. Bring those guys back every year. Those guys are amazing. All right, boys. What did you think of the Game Awards?
It was good. I like it. I
2000
don't like the choice at the end, but it is
24.
what it is.
Mhm.
But I thought it was good. It was an enjoyable watch and a big improvement with the Muppets. And
Yeah.
I like the touching speeches about the devs and stuff like that. At least they're acknowledging that.
Game changer is what he called it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, get some good reveals too, like some out of
Yes.
nowhere stuff. Still no Bloodborne, no Lies of P DLC, but like a random co-op survival Elden Ring standalone game is fucking wild.
Yeah.
And so there's some good stuff. Like this is
Yeah.
definitely better, in my opinion, like overall
Yeah.
quality than last. So
Yeah. I also think it was okay. So it's difficult to assess because there's kind of two different things. There's all the trailers and advertisements, and it's like, how did you think those were? And there was actually the structure of the show, the celebration of game developers, the musical performances, and all the little in between stuff. I think if we focus right there, I think it was a good show. I like this idea of adding Game Changer. That is a positive direction to go into. It felt like they treated not only game developers who make all of our games, but also voice actors and actresses with respect and reverence, which is really good because those are the two key elements, the developers and the actors that bring our games to life. So that really moved in a positive direction. All of the game musical performances I was into. They were beautiful. You had the flute guy.
Great, yeah.
There's great stuff there. I would say for me, the Snoop Dogg performance was a disappointment. It was awkward. It felt like an advertisement for his new album, and it didn't really connect with audiences. Then he started playing his songs 30 years ago. Then every old people stood up and started dancing and stuff. But I don't know. That one didn't land quite as well for me. I also still dislike the fact that they've got a pre-show and they do a bunch of awards in the pre-show because there's so much time needed to go to advertisements. So if you could cut down on some of the advertisements, get more big money advertisers with fewer ads so that they don't interrupt constantly, and we can bring some of those awards back into the main show. So I'd say overall for 2024, maybe a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. I like the positive movement with that story. For him to go out and find somebody that wanted to do something about all the jobs being lost and wanting to help those people, because the video game industry has some of the highest turnover of all industries, and so for him to actually be paying enough attention and find that one guy who has managed to reemploy or help reemploy and bring new people, 3,000 people. That's an amazing story. So I'm gonna grade it on a curve for that great idea and go 7 out of 10 on that. What do you guys already? I'm
gonna go with a 7. I think it's except for all that fucking ads and stuff like that. But I get you got to pay for it, whatever.
The puppets bit too, yes.
Puppets was amazing.
Yes.
Harrison Ford is always like,
Harrison Ford.
He's
right.
like, I don't care what the fuck that
I
says.
don't want to read
Let's just go to the nominees.
Let's go to
It's
the
like,
nominees.
okay, you're good.
I like that.
He's old enough where he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I like that. Other than that, good. It's going in the right direction.
Okay. Alex?
Yeah, I mean, very much the same. It's just too fucking long.
It's super long.
And it starts a little late, and then there's just too many mobile games that I personally don't care about. And I still hate the format. I'll always hate the format. I think choosing 60 random journalists and then letting them decide what they determine to be Game of the Year is such a dumb way to look at things. And I still think the wrong one won.
I think he needs to change that. I know he has a player award kind of thing where we vote on it, but I think that should be just done away with, and then take that Game of the Year and start maybe go 50-50, go 50% journalists and 50% gamers, and then let that mixture in there, and then I think the results will be far probably more accurate. I think. At least towards the pulse of the gaming community.
Unless you get those trolls.
Also, I think one award that needs to be implemented is DLC. DLC and expansions. That way we can take the Elden Ring DLC out of the Game of Year and put it into something else. I know they put out a statement that says, this category can include DLC, it can include mobile games like card games like Balatro, but honestly, it can't. Let's be serious, because if that had won and the other one had won, there'd be big controversies. So I think that needs its own category. Now, so that's it for our impressions on this year's Game Awards. But for the pageantry side and the video game trailer side and the upcoming announcements, Let's go over those real quick. So we started with Ninja Gaiden Ragebound in the pre-show. That looked good. And then we have One Move Away, which is like a moving simulator, moving box VR. Pass on that one. Slay the Spire 2, that could be good. I'm interested. Dave the Diver in the Jungle. It didn't show any gameplay, but the first one was really good. I'm curious to see what they do there. So that's 3. And then Thick as Thieves. Multiplayer War Inspector game with the Fortnite kind of aesthetics to it. And they tried to do these introductions with the letters, the hood, the spider, community. I'm gonna kind of pass. But these are initial impressions, right? So, but what do you think? I guess for each one of these, I want to hear y'all's kind of
pass
thing.
on that one too. I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. No.
Shadow Labyrinth, Metroidvania style game from Bandai Namco. Steel Paws.
Meh.
Yeah.
Steel Paws, next game from Shenmue creator in partnership with Netflix Games, and it's launching on mobile devices.
Pass.
I don't remember much about it anyway. I'm going to have to pass on that one.
Terraria at Home.
And Alex is talking about the next one because y'all can't see what we're looking at. I guess I'll just give you some visuals here. Kyoria, this is Terraria at Home, says Alex. I'm meh.
Same.
Okay. Rematch. Hey, I'm actually willing to play this one because I like soccer and football. And 5-on-5, it could be interesting.
Pass.
Same.
Solsta 2. This seems like my kind of game. Maybe it's capitalizing off of people that want to go further into these tactical RPGs. So I will definitely give this one a try. I never played the first one. It seems like it passed me by, so I'm going to try it.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, I want to do more of that as well.
I guess the big one is Witcher 4. Confirmation that Ciri is the protagonist. I can't believe I didn't see it coming. I guess just because what happened to Ciri in Witcher 3, you were like, she either dies or she becomes the Empress of Nilfgaard or she becomes a Witcher. Well, I guess I know which is canon. Though I do hope they play with that. Maybe she can still be the Empress and a Witcher. That would be fucking cool. But I was really, when they were saying, Project Lynx and it's a different Witcher and this and that, I was really kind of hoping that I can immerse myself in the Witcher world by creating my own Witcher. But if you're going to continue down the story path and you're going to bring back Geralt, Ciri seems like a natural choice. It's probably going to upset a lot of people, but you probably just ignore those people. So I'm looking forward to Witcher 4. I think they're going to do a great job on it.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, it's Witcher. It'll be fun.
Elden Ring, Night Rain.
God.
It's fucking weird. It's a survival game. It's like a survival co-op. I have no idea. I think whoever you play with, it's going to depend on how much fun you have.
That is.
And if it's multiple people playing, if it truly is like full-on co-op, I'm so much more interested now. I think there's a lot of hilarity that can happen if a person like OJ is on your team, and then the idea of throwing in Dark Souls.
Yeah,
villains,
there was
that's
bosses
really
from
cool.
previous games stuff.
So I say another win here. And then we have Project Robot. This was mysterious.
I don't know what it is.
The creator has some legendary games, all of them really emotional, really good. And so I'm excited for it. So win.
Yeah, this one I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I want to see some more of it. I'm intrigued, but I don't.
We don't know anything about it other than they've made amazing games in the past.
Split Fiction. This one, co-op between these two ladies. A story unfolds. They go into a simulation and they are being attacked by, an evil businessman kind of looking thing. What'd y'all think of this? Uh-oh.
I'm meh at it.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
But,
It looked really similar to some of the stuff with,
yeah,
It Takes Two,
like,
so I don't know.
I hate to admit, I am meh too, to almost pass. It's really only the pedigree of Hazelight Studios from It Takes Two and No Way Out that is keeping me on board.
Yeah.
So I'll need to see more, but it doesn't look like it's for me. Steel Hunters.
Fucking
this
looks
one
amazing.
looks
Yes.
great. Look, more details. 12 first-person multiplayer shooter, part hero shooter, part battle royale, part extraction. No. You can't have all three of those with only 12 people. I don't understand. But the trailer looked cool. The concept looks cool. It's probably free to play, so we're a little worried about, Wargaming's microtransactions. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. But that one actually has me excited. Another win.
Yeah.
Okay. Borderlands 4. Man, I was hoping to be really excited. You can tell that Randy Pitchford thinks that this is the next hot thing. Like, he's putting out Grand Theft Auto 6. Unfortunately, there is no hype from me on this.
Same.
I love the gameplay of Borderlands, but I don't like any of these characters. I don't have any confidence that they've gotten better at writing. I looked at those generic villains. There's a lady with two big bulky arms and then a robot army on the other side, and you somehow are in between all these. Unfortunately, I don't think so.
Not really hyped for it after 3 and after the movie.
And this is crazy, yeah. I think the Borderlands franchise has taken a big hit. Yeah. So, miss for me.
Yeah, they needed to show off characters like on both sides, and they didn't do any of not just show me what they look like. I need to know that these characters are interesting. And
next up, we have a new character in Tekken 8. That's cool. Going new Virtual Fighter. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
I like this. I will definitely play it. This is one of them old school games. What was it? The guy with the big tall hair, Paul or something? No, that's Virtual Fighter had the ninja in it. And it just had massive polygons. And
that's what I want. Right? I want
you want a skin
up to date.
Oh, that's Tekken. But they also had one with a guy in hair, and I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing the two. But yeah, Virtual Fighter, I'm on. So let's do it. Project Century, I'm down for 1915. It wasn't the 50s. It was the 15s. So Yakuza in 1915. I wonder if they're going to take this one in a more dirty, gritty, serious direction rather than some of the, kind of comedy and outrageousness and craziness that have been in the other ones. So this to me is almost like a mafia kind of Japan kind of look to it. So as long as they have the incredible characters, the writing, there's tons of spoken dialogue and all that good stuff, I like. I would like for the classic, typing, to get some voices in there, but we'll see. I think they'll continue on with their normal formula. It won't be fully voiced. It'll just be in the cutscenes. Yeah. Turok Origins, we thought this was R2. R2 disappeared. Where the hell is Vin Diesel, Joe? Did he abandon the project?
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah. But many years ago, I think we were asking for a new Turok like 5 years ago. So it's finally coming. It may be too late. I don't know if kids these days in the TikTok generation know anything about Turok. So to them, this probably looks like a generic dinosaur game, and they're kind of suspect on it. I'm going to give it a shot. And Saber Interactive, so hey, Space Marine 2, looking for more of that kind of stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be cool.
Okay, Warframe 1999. I had no idea this was coming, and this is one of those games that I think should have been nominated for best ongoing game.
Was it not
Warframe
there?
has an amazing community, has amazing content, and that I think got robbed. So, but that's tomorrow. I love that they announced it tomorrow. So that's a win. Omnimusha, my stomach was real fucked up. I had to go to the bathroom, so I didn't get to see anything on it. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean,
like I said, these games look fucking beautiful, and chat said it the best. These are great OJ watch Alex playthrough games.
So, Joe, we really need to get our asses in gear, because doesn't it seem like half of the games are Dark Souls, Elden Ring games
there's
these
a
days?
lot more coming out
because
year.
of the success, because of the Game of the Year winners, because it has such a rabid fan base, you see these proliferate. We need to brush up on our skills. Stage fright, what do you think?
Nah.
Yeah.
I like the Overcooked series so much, but this just looks like them trying to do It Takes Two.
Yeah. No thanks. Sonic.
He doesn't need a fucking car.
Why does Sonic have a car? Why does Shadow have a car? Hey, man, he wants to get around in style, okay? Maybe he gets tired every once in a while. I'm going to play it, though. And then finally, Mafia of the Old Country. Hey, we're always down for some Mafia. Anytime we can bust out that cul-de-sac cabeza for Joe and Juan, minus Juan, we're down. So wins on that.
Outer Wilds 2 was also revealed.
Oh, yeah, there's some missing things here.
Yeah, there's a couple in the right there.
So, yeah, Outer Wilds 2.
Last Berserker was also shown off.
Okami
Last
sequel.
of Us 2 remastered.
Oh, look. And wait a minute. It updated. So, Okami sequel. I was never, into that. Okami, the first one, so I would have to jump into the sequel. And Intergalactic, this one has me mixed. I like the look of everything. I like the style.
Yeah, I do.
I'm unsure about the characters, and I'm unsure about that enemy design and what you actually do in the game.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see some gameplay, but I love the feel of it.
Oh, and
retro futurism.
It went over my head that it's Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
So that to me,
and it's Neil Druckmann.
And that to me kind of ticks in this direction instead of the hype direction. It takes me a little bit in an opposite direction. So we'll have to see more from that one before I can get excited. But I'm gonna say meh right now. All right, guys, that's it for us. We are tired. Thank you so much. Every year we try to do some of the game awards and check out and celebrate gaming together. It's been an awesome year. There's still some games that we have to try and play. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the game awards, they can't really, because they go early December, not late December. So good ass games like Indie is left out. Maybe Marvel Rivals. Some of these other ones are left out, and they have to be in 2025. Yeah. And you see how that can affect something. Because the last one, I forget which award it was, came out.
The VR award.
Yeah, it was like December something for Asgard's Wrath. Yeah, and it got skipped over for recency bias in Batman. Though Batman was getting 10s out of 10s and 9s, so it was a good game as well. Anyways, that's going to be it for us. You let us know what you thought. What were you excited about? How do you think the show went down? Leave it in the comments down below. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, everybody.